Entrepreneurship is the mastery of your own mind. And the underlining fact is, if you can control your mind, you will be successful. So in this video, I'm going to be speaking specifically on the Stoic principles I use in my business. I teach entrepreneurs the 3 principles that are most important for you right now and practices you can do every single day to master the calmness of your mind, to make more money, and to be a better entrepreneur. The first principle is dichotomy of control. This principle of Stoicism essentially means that what is in your control is worth your time, energy, and focus. What is out of your control is not. And this is very hard when you're starting out in entrepreneurship because you're not used to needing this level of self-control. And so let me give you an example. When I was starting out with my first brand, I refused to make a lot of content. I made content that was not me. I didn't make talking heads. I didn't get in front of a camera. I didn't make a personal brand when I should have been doing. The reason is I lacked dichotomy of control because I was so worried and focused on things I could not control, like people's opinions, like the comment section, like hate from other people, like getting talked about behind my back because I was creating content and all these other things. That held me back. All of those things I just mentioned are absolutely not in my control. I have no control whether somebody wants to talk about me or not. Whether I'm posting content or whether I'm not posting content, people are going to talk about you or people are going to talk about me. It's not in my control. And so our energy and our focus and our consciousness is very finite. It's very finite. It's not unlimited. And the more specific we can focus it on certain areas, the better. Multitasking, not really real. You need singular focus. And so when you know that you need singular focus, you must control your mind to focus on things that are singularly important to moving the needle forward. Everything outside of your control is not moving the needle forward. Every opinion you're worried about is not moving the needle forward. Everything you're worried about that you cannot control is losing and draining your energy to focus on things you can control, which is the only way you make progress. And so dichotomy of control teaches us this. You must be in control of your thoughts and focus them on things that are within your grasp. You're wasting time, you're wasting energy, you're wasting focus if you're focusing on things you can't control, because you can't have a say over what happens. So it's meaningless energy wasted. Principle number 2, amor fati. This is love of fate, which in common terms is love of the process. Let me give you a story. First week I started my brand, wiped off the internet. I got hacked by somebody on Fiverr. They went into my Facebook, they went into my Instagram. All of my brand accounts, everything was wiped off the internet within the first couple of weeks of me launching a brand. I already did a soft launch, I already had momentum going, and I'm gone, I'm off the internet. I had no idea what to do. Facebook help is not help, they don't care. It was a very difficult time. Sitting on inventory was a very, very difficult time. And I finally found a way to work around it. But until then, until I had to basically relaunch my entire brand that I spent tens of thousands of dollars on, I was thinking about how difficult this period was and how hard it was going to be to rebrand and why did this happen and blah, 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 blah. You have to love every aspect of your process and your journey. And what I told myself during this time was, this is going to make for a great story one day. If you see your life as somebody that is going through like a heroic tale, like a movie, like a hero arc, it makes it more digestible. It gives you a perspective that everything is happening for a reason to build up your character, to add to the mysticism of your story, to add to the allure of the story. And what's hilarious about what happened is I say that story on every podcast now. It really is part of my story. It really is part of something I can tell people to motivate them and inspire them about how things are going to happen in your process that are not all good, right? Love of fate. You must love all of the bad things that happen to you and all of the ups and downs of your process because they're making you out to be who you are. They're a part of the journey. Process is the journey. But we have nothing else in our entrepreneurship journey. When you're an entrepreneur, the journey is the destination. And if you don't have love and appreciation for the process and for the journey you're going to endure and go through, you're going to give up because that's all you have. If you only love the end product, you're never going to make it because the end product is going to last 1 second until you want something else. It's constantly evolving and progressing, and it adds to your story. So whatever period you're at, if you're well established, if you're brand new, have appreciation and love for what you're enduring, because it's going to put you in the right mental frame to endure and to last. Number 3, virtue as the highest good. I can't tell you how many times goodwill has helped me in my business. It's unfortunate to see a lot of people that become entrepreneurs go the black hat route, where they do things that are very unethical. And I would say, from very, very personal experience and with all the entrepreneurs that I coach, if you practice goodwill, if you practice giving without wanting anything in return, if you do things by the book, if you just do the right thing, it always comes back. There have been numerous times where I've gotten on calls with people just to help them, and they referred me business like a week later, right? Maybe they weren't qualified yet. Maybe they weren't a great fit, but I said, you know what? I'm going to hop on for 15 minutes. We're going to have a conversation. I'm going to help them out however I can and ask for nothing. I'm not kidding. Every single time within a certain time period, they refer me business or business randomly comes to me. You give, you get what you give. You give good. You don't ask for anything. You just do the right ethical thing. You refund people if they need it. You help people. It always comes back. And in the short term, you might see more opportunity by not doing this. In the short term, you might say, this is bullshit. I can make more money doing this. Something unethical. It always comes around. It always, when you give, you always, always, always receive. Not only that, but brand and reputation are so important. Reputation takes years to build and one day to end, one day to burn, one day to destroy. Your reputation is worth gold. Your brand is worth gold. It will get you referrals, which is the easiest, most profitable clients you'll ever get. It'll build relationships that'll also get you the easiest and most profitable clients and the best clients you'll ever get. And if you don't have any of those things, it's very, very hard to build a real business on the long term. Reputation, brand, and also just the energetic feeling you're giving out, you will get back in. Now, here are some daily practices you can do as an entrepreneur that involve stoicism to help you with your mindset, to help you with your business. Number 1 is morning reflection. Every single morning, you have to calm your mind before you get started with the day. Visualization, meditation, any stillness practice that can calm your mind and get you into the right state before you start your day, because there's so many distractions and so many external variables that are going to affect you. You have to stay calm. You have to be poised. Journaling is also very powerful. I personally journal every day and every night to get my thoughts out on paper, to really calm my mind. We have to be poised. We have to understand that the journey is the process. We have to be acting in goodwill. We have to have our thoughts clearly defined so we can understand the actions and the executions we need to take to make them real. Something also that's very, very powerful is negative visualization. When you can visualize something negative happening to you, somebody you hate maybe, or a circumstance you're fearing, and you can visualize it happening and you can stay calm and poised in your mind's eye, you're stoic. That is when you understand that your mind is calm. That is when you understand that you actually have mastered your mind. When you can look the thing you fear most in the eyes and be completely unbothered and move along with your day, you've mastered your mind. And check out the link below for all my other links.